Hey, it's Tpok. I am back in Katawa Shoujo, and we left off leaving Rin. We had just left Rin and we're in school having like this huge thought process. I hold true to my promise of honoring Rin's request, even if it is against my own will. I decide to redirect my focus into my studies, but end up zoning out during classes and doing only the minimum amount of work required. Still, I start looking into my post-high school options a bit more seriously. I pore over university brochures and various career paths. I'm good at studying, so I want to go to a university. I'm pretty sure I could get into a pretty decent one too. The only problem is deciding which subject would be the best. Kenji ridicules me about subjecting myself to the control of the feminist teachers when I tell him about trying to get into a university. I don't ask him about what he wants to do in the future. I wonder what Rin thinks of her own future. I bet she's not as lost as I am, and if she is, it's probably in some completely different way. I feel somewhat disappointed in finding out that I can't stop thinking about her. Her request makes me worry about her and think about her more than I did when I could go and see her when I wanted. It bothers me that I can't. As expected, I eventually crack. Late one afternoon, I get on the bus heading downtown. I try to avoid explaining myself exactly why I'm doing this, and keep thinking about other things for the entire duration of the trip. After a 5-minute walk, I'm standing in front of the gallery. I walk past it to the door of the atelier, but at the last moment I lose my courage and continue on all the way to the next corner, at which point I turn back. Will Rin hate me if I go and see her? I wonder what she's like when she's angry. I've never seen her angry. The worst thing would be if I actually ruined something by going to see her, like she seemed to imply would happen. But there's no way that can be true, can there? It's just one of her quirks. I walk back down the street, but end up passing the atelier door for the second time. Only this time I continue all the way to the gallery. Its owner is standing just outside the door, watching me. I thought that was you. What are you doing? I don't really want to explain the circumstances between Rin and I, so I get flustered and end up mumbling something unclear. She takes stock of me, then sighs deeply, looking wryly amused somehow. I hope she didn't misunderstand. Would you like to come in? Your teacher's visiting. We were discussing Rin's exhibition. Thanks for the invitation, but I really should... Don't be shy now, come on in. Hello. I follow Sai inside, finding that our art teacher is indeed there. Nomiya is standing at the big desk, contemplating what looks like an invitation card. Look what the cat dragged in. Nakai, hello there, my boy. He doesn't seem to be at all fazed by my appearance. How do you like the invitations? What? I glance at them quickly. They're kind of fancy, with one of Rin's paintings printed on the front cover and shiny gold writing. Okay. Why'd you pick that one? They look fine to me. They're magnificent. I absolutely love the design. And the embossed gold lettering, fabulous. Good print work too. You have to tell me when you get these done. What does Rin think? I haven't asked. She said she'd be fine with my decision anyway. Nomiya laughs boisterously, still turning the gold-lettered card in his hands. That's my girl. She wants to focus on the essentials only. Good for her. Her work is progressing well too. It seems she's found a new inspiration. I think she's been sort of weird lately. It's like she's wrestling with something, with herself probably, and it makes her confused. She said she had a hard time painting the last time I saw her. It seems to be resolved now, however. You know she practically lives up there now, right? Sai makes a simple gesture with her hand as if sweeping my question aside. Sure. Don't you think that's weird? Maybe it is. Still, I think she understands how big an opportunity this is and is going for it full throttle. Is it really that big? Why are you asking these questions, Hisao? Yes. Nomiya sets the card down and brushes off some imaginary dust off his jacket. Well, how should I put it? There are times when in everyone's lives when something really big washes over you and changes you forever. This could just be that moment for Tezuka. I see. Yeah, I think I've had something like that happen to me. I'm referring to the incident that brought me to Yamaku. Neither of the two adults comment on that, however. It might be well that everyone has or will. At any rate, surrendering oneself to art is a big decision, and a thorny path too, quite thorny indeed. Tezuka has almost everything one needs, but whether she has the will to pull through, that's a different question. I should know that best. I tried going down this path too, but turned away in the end. I don't understand what he's trying to say. Oh jeez. Is that why you're being so supportive of Rin? Why did you turn away? Both of these sound like you shouldn't be asking them. Hisao, why are you asking them? Okay, if I say, is that why you're being so supportive of Rin? I think that's good, but I don't know. And then why did you turn away? That seems like a random tangent, but at the same time, I'm gonna go support. Is that why you're being so supportive of Rin? Is that why you're being so supportive of Rin? Because you know it's hard? Sai answers me instead of the art teacher. Maybe partially. Does it bother you? Well, no, I'm just not saying it's a bad thing either, I just don't get it. Like the atelier, it's an amazing place, but it's not been used for who knows how long, and now that Rin came along. 17 years and 4 months. I raise my eyes to meet Sai's. A calm, calculating stare not unlike Rin's own is fixed upon me. I'm sorry, my printer's still doing this problem, and it won't fix itself. Is fixed upon me. Nomiya's usual smile has suddenly died too. It feels like the air pressure in the gallery has suddenly dropped along with the temperature. I just realized I didn't save. Great. That is how long it's been since someone worked there. Oh. I guess there's a story to everything. Sai crosses her arms with a quiet sigh and leans against the table. The atelier belonged to my husband. He was an artist too. He lived up there. Well, we both lived up there for some time after we got married. We actually met through him as a matter of... We actually met through him as a matter of fact. They're both white font. That's right. Anyway. We were young and foolish, or at least I was. We were studying art at the same time, at the same school, art history for me, painting for him. And as he just said, this was about the time I met your teacher. Anyway, I fell madly in love with this person, or maybe with his art. He was brilliant. His genius shone so brightly whenever he put a brush to canvas. Her voice takes on an almost reverent sort of tone as she reminisces about her husband. I look at her hands and notice that she's not wearing a wedding band. And on top of that, she keeps speaking in the past tense. He really was the kind of artist who would make history books, one with the direct line to God. That's what I thought anyway. Silly, isn't it? I think we all knew that he was something else back then, even the teachers. That genius. Well, I'd say it consumed him. Everything, absolutely everything was second to art, be it social life, getting a job, or even me. It just wasn't as important. It seemed that artists can't look at their work just as a job, you know? It's something more fundamental to them. It was hard to live with a person like that. Hard to be married to a person like that. She takes a pause and looks to see if I understood. I guess the point of this story hasn't emerged yet, that or I've missed it. So, how did you cope with it? My question, probably the exact one she was waiting for, draws a dry chuckle out of her. However I could. Sometimes it was hard. Sometimes I fooled myself into believing he would change. I pursued my own things too, so it was easy just to let him be. But it's not like you can stop an artist from painting if he wants to paint. Plus, being with an artist is fascinating. I can't say that I hated it. Art schools are full of all sorts of posers and pretentious schmucks, but the true artists are lovely people in general. I think that's why your teacher has taken such a shrine to our little kitten. She really has the makings of an artist, and a good one at that. She wants to paint, she must paint. Quite so, she's the best student I've ever had. It's just about finding her own way now. Maybe that's why I wanted to give her this chance. If she goes to an art school, it'll be good for her. Artistic expression is about finding one's own place to be, your own limits, and then working with that, to expand them, to break them, whatever works best. But you have to know the limits of what you can do. Anyway, long story short, my husband was a person without these kind of limits, a unique individual. But a human being can't endure a thing like that. He died young. After he was gone, I couldn't stand the atelier anymore, and tried to forget it. That kind of thing happens. You could say that his flame was bright but brief. Her story comes to an abrupt end, but it doesn't seem like she's going to go any further. I kind of assumed it would end like that. I don't know how he died, but maybe work over stressness. I don't know. Nomiya toys with the invitation cards lying on the table as if doing something just for the sake of doing it. But what if Rin is like your husband too? What if she's a person who has unlimited potential? Sai's hand twitches and I see once more that sad look welling up in her eyes. It's the look she gets when she watches Rin. The look by which she remembers her husband. I doubt it. Sai stands up and digs into the pocket of her jacket for a cigarette. Oh. Cigarette and lighter, her hands are shaking. I'm going out for a smoke. Wordlessly, Nomiya and I both decide to follow her out after a moment. It's already dark outside. Sai is standing with her back to us, taking sharp occasional drags on her cigarette. Its weak amber glow illuminates her face, framing her sharp jawline. Maybe it's best to call it a night. I can give you a lift back to school if you want, Nakai. You're not going anywhere, Shinichi. I need a drink. We're going to that place at the corner. The teacher looks at the old lady. I don't think she's that old. Especially, so if she got married in art school, that would make her, I'm going to say around 20. So around 20 plus 17, that's not even 40. Or it'd be around 40. That's not an old lady. The teacher looks at the old lady and then shrugs at me apologetically. It's no problem. I'll just catch the bus back. I'm headed upstairs to see if Rin will come back to school with me anyway. I think she's been staying overnight here too often lately. Sai locks the front door of the gallery and links arms with the old art teacher. I feel strange looking at them. I wonder what it feels like to have friends who've been with you for decades, for most of your life. I can't imagine it. The two of them quickly start making their way down the street towards the bar on the corner, so I quickly head upstairs to the atelier door, ready to get what I originally came here for. Oh, good job. You built up the courage. But now I think she's going to be mad. I climb upstairs and enter carefully. The room is dark because of the quickly falling night, but I can see Rin, or rather her silhouette, sitting on the floor. She's got her inspiration back, like Sai said, and moved from easel to painting on the floor. Before I managed 5 steps, I froze. Before I managed 5 steps, I stopped, frozen in my tracks. The ironic realization that human cognitive ability is commendable echoes through my mind. From a mere movement of her shadow, it took me a fraction of a second to realize something is awry. Process what I'm seeing, formulate the answer, and blush all the way up to the tip of my ears. Rin is sitting on the floor with her legs under her. She moves in rhythmical motions back and forth, slowly grinding herself against herself. Her breathing is so heavy it's almost visible in the dim light. It's the heavy panting of one who doesn't have the option of breathing gracefully. Her hips, mere shadows against the dim light shining on her from above, are swinging circularly over and over again. She hasn't noticed me, so engrossed she is in her activity. Back away slowly. Knock on the door. Come back in. Oh, apparently she painted the Mona Lisa too. Good job. The deadlock solves itself before I get the chance to think of what to do next. Something in the atmosphere of the room changes, a little thing, but not consciously noticeable, but it changes. Perhaps a timid current from the open door, or a minute change in air pressure, the sound of my breathing, even though I've noticed I haven't taken a breath for many, many seconds, the aura of my presence. That's something that catches Rin's senses. Oh jeez. She stops moving, freezes, and slowly turns to the door. I imagine, not see, the horror on her face, like a fawn's eyes staring at a hunter. I wonder if Rin can see my expression, but at least she doesn't have the strength or the spirit to look straight into my eyes. So she droops her chin against her chest, letting her mess of hair hide her face from me even further. I feel like I should either walk out or walk toward her, but I can't do either. I told you to stay away. Her words are defeated, painful, as if she was suffering. Rin doesn't have anything else than her shirt on. I can see the last wisps of the twilight against the pale skin of her thighs and bottom. There's no way I can back off anymore. I lost that chance, so now I have to do the next best thing. I quickly avert my gaze, even though Rin doesn't see what I'm looking at. I'm sorry, I didn't think. It's not like that. Her voice is raspy, shivering from the held-back tears or something else. She's shaking, looking like she's physically in pain. It's not like that. I had no idea what it really means to change, but now I know that you have no idea what I have to do, all the things I pass through, and I think I forget. I really don't know. They just build up inside and grow and grow and grow until they flow out like a flow of everything that has ever been wrong. I can't take it. I can't think of the things I want because there are so many things that I can't think. 4, 6, 7. It doesn't matter. It's never enough. I have to let this out. I have to destroy, forget it, and nothing else. Rin is mumbling her words into the air more than talking to me. It is the rambling, ranting, raving speech of a lunatic, even and steady in tone, but taking the form of a never-ending stream of words almost simultaneously spawning from her lips. It feels like she forgot it is me who is present, or that someone is actually present. Maybe she vaguely recognizes what is real and what is not. Maybe in her mind I am a voice inside her head. I look down at Rin's sorry figure, cowering on the floor, with only a white shirt of her usual attire on. It neither preserves her modesty that is gone, nor her body warmth that she doesn't seem to care about. She looks more broken than I imagined a human person being capable of, and the hospital and school should have given me some real perspective on that. I remember the hazy blue smoke, and myself wondering what Rin would do for the sake of art. The realization that Rin is always serious hits me with its entire weight. She really and truly would destroy herself if art required it. I thought she was so silly with her strange ways, talking about personal change as if it was something sudden and concrete, like waking up. I had no idea. This is her, laid bare in front of my eyes in all possible meanings of the word. Complete isolation here on the top floor of the building, in this room, in her mind. Day after day working on her paintings with no heed paid to anything else. Breaking herself to reach what she wishes to reach. This obscene act that she does for reasons I'm not sure she herself understands. Why does she have to do this? I'm trying to connect the pieces, but I don't understand. I feel sad, scared, excited, disgusted, worried, and a number of emotions I can't remember the name of now. I feel conflicted. I should go now. I'm really sorry. It doesn't matter. My voice is dry and quiet like sandpaper coming out of my throat. I really am sorry. Sorry for seeing this. I don't want to see Rin like this. All I can see is her sadness, her stress and despair. Is this what a limit means? How could Sai and Nomiya let Rin go this far? Or is it me who's to blame? Oh, okay. I almost walk out right there, but at the last moment I turn around, steel myself, and walk to Rin, to crouch down behind her and lightly touch her forehead. She doesn't resist or react. I can't leave her like this. She's not well. She feels like she has a fever, freezing cold and burning hot at the same time. I wonder if she got sick from staying out all night with me back then. It seems she's prone to getting ill. There's a blanket on the couch, but I wrap my arms around Rin instead of fetching it. She does not resist my clumsy hug, only slumps her head lower, deepening the shadows, hiding her face from me. What are you doing? Nothing. I'm not embracing her out of love, nor out of forgiveness, for I am in love, or is she sorry? I just want to hug her. For a moment, the only sound in my room is her heavy breathing. My body warmth, shared between two people, is barely enough, but slowly, painfully, it slows from me to her. The small warmth returning to Rin makes me more conscious of her body against mine. Even in the darkness, I can feel the fleeting scent of Rin's hair, the sweat on her skin, the dried paint stuck in her shirt. I feel the hardness of her bones and the softness of her flesh. Her heartbeats echoing mine, out of rhythm just like always. The hot blood rushing inside me reminds me why I said what I said back then, why I came here even after that, why I am here tonight again. Why I am hugging her now to keep her safe against the cold and the sadness. Rin has really grown on me inside my heart, claiming a small part of it as her own without even particularly trying. Rin. Even if she wanted to push me away, I can't help this feeling. Are you all right, Rin? I'm not. I think I broke. I painted some really good things. Incredible. But it hurt me. I can't handle this. Her voice cuts out as there are no more words for her to say. It's not an angry voice nor a sad voice. It is a lifeless voice. I pet her head and shoulders, the physical equivalent of saying there. It's not like I could reassure her with the sweet nothings that people are supposed to say in this kind of situation. I'm not sure if she would even listen, or be reassured. She didn't react much to my embrace either, as if she didn't care. Maybe she doesn't. At least she doesn't care if she looks sad or not. There are no facades, no attempts to explain herself, no faux happiness. Yeah. Rin is honest. Hisao. What is it? You're my friend, right? Right. Will you do me a favor? I can't fix this, but I'm not finished yet. Her dry voice is a mere whisper, but the strength her last is in it, delivering her meaning much more clearly than her words. I can feel Rin's heart beating against my chest like a scared little bird. Her entire body is shivering from her fear, from her despair. My brain is fast becoming overloaded with the myriad of thoughts this encounter spawned, but I have to push them all aside. I snuggle my nose against her earlobe, which is soft and cold, and her hair, which smells good and tickles me. All right, I'll do it. I whisper in her ear reassuringly, trying to make her calm down. It works at least halfway, as Ren closes her eyes and leans in against me as if searching comfort from my warmth. But this is not something that friends should do. Wait, what? I thought you were just helping her. We can't be friends anymore? It's fine, don't worry about it. Just relax. Even though I said that, I'm on the verge of breaking myself. If I wasn't so nervous, I would laugh at my own nervousness. She wants to be comforted, and I want to comfort her. But in this way. I moved my hand lower, touching the naked skin of her stomach, caressing Rin with my hand. What are you doing, Hisao?